Trenton and Jesse are extra thankful this year. So to express their gratitude for you, listening and putting up with this nonsense, they're serving up a heaping helping of dumb with a special 2-part Thanksgiving show. So in part 1, the boys discuss pies, Black Friday, and how many turkeys Trenton could take in a fist fight. So unbutton the top button of your pants, because we're going back for seconds. Thanks for subscribing to the show. Enjoy part 2 of the Too Dumb for This Thanksgiving special right now.
You know what I do? I do Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday's pretty... Okay, let me say this. I used to be a delivery driver for a very prominent package delivery service. And I don't want to... I don't know. Can I say their name? Or maybe I shouldn't.
That's your choice.
But I worked there for a long time delivering packages. And I fucking hated Cyber Monday, dude. Hated Cyber Monday. I actually hated Christmas. I hated everything to do with the winter time because we were always so busy. I'm just now coming around 7 years later after I've been out of that business. I'm just now coming around and I love Christmas all over again. And I think I'm fully participating in Cyber Monday. Totally.
Yeah, you don't have to, you don't have to deal with the Black Friday fights. Everything's in stock.
Yeah, man.
You just roll up to the computer in your jammies.
And that is why Amazon runs the fucking world, man.
So when you...
They had this market on lockdown. Yeah. Every day Cyber Monday at Amazon.
So when you delivered packages, I remember that. December was your dark month.
Oh, dude.
You and I would talk all the fucking time. But when December, I never heard from you. I thought, are we not friends anymore?
Oh, disappear into the darkness, dude. The abyss.
I never heard from you in December. It was just, you were gone. It's like you existed and then you didn't exist. And then suddenly, sometime in January, you kind of existed again.
Yeah. Yeah, it was awful, dude. I used to love that job. That job was fun. It was cool. I did it for like 10 years. I enjoyed my customers. I enjoyed my route. But, when December came around, dude, it was all I could do not to fucking end it all. Drive off a goddamn bridge in Buckman. Oh, dude, I just wanted to wreck my truck every day. Fantasies about just driving my truck into a crowded place and opening just going nuts, man.
Just shaking the shit out of everybody's boxes before you drop them off.
Oh, dude. There was a lot of passive aggressive things happening in the back of that truck.
Just rubbing your schlong all over the parcels.
Oh, dude, I'll never forget this one time. I ran up to the door, ring the doorbell. It's a signature required package. I ring the doorbell. Nobody comes. I ring the doorbell. Nobody comes. I can see a car in the driveway. The TV's on. So I beat on the door. Just beat on it. Bam, 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 bam. Nobody comes. I finally, put the code on it or whatever and go back in my truck and take off. And it's like 2 days until Christmas. I get back to the terminal that day and that lady called in and said I was never there, never knocked on the door, and never called. Oh, dude, I was just pure rage. built up inside of me. Pure rage. Ugh. Because the people back at the shop, they're giving me shit for it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not out here doing my job. I tried to do everything I could. It's 2 days before Christmas. I don't want to bring this package back. And I'm definitely not forging a signature. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Oh, that's 7 years ago, and I'm still talking about it like this.
You can't let it go. You can't let it go.
Oh, dude. Oh, yeah.
Did you ever have anybody accuse you of stealing a package?
No.
Ooh, that would be rough.
Yeah. No, that was always a big fear, though. Always a big fear. But, dude, with the invention of the camera phones, man, if I had anything high dollar or that I suspected of being, signature required, high dollar stuff, dude, I would always snap a picture where I put that shit
would?
just in case.
Yeah.
Yep.
Amazon will do that now, right? Like through the app. I get a photo of what my front porch looks like.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I didn't know that they do that now.
You got to be careful. What do they call them now? Porch pirates?
Oh, yeah, dude. There's all sorts of videos of people stealing shit. Oh, dude, I love it when it's like booby trapped. I love the booby trap packages and stuff.
Like, what do people do? Let's see.
Let me see if I can find one.
Fake porch pirate. Maybe? Here's a man exacts revenge on package thieves with trap that fires shotgun blanks.
Fuck yeah.
There's a man walking up to the porch, grabs a box, steals a box. He falls over. How's he getting so many people wanting to steal his box? He has multiple people here.
Must be a shitty neighborhood.
Yeah, she just leaves. 30 million views. Yeah, here are 3 people just walking up.
Have you ever seen the bicycle thieves?
She takes off running and falls down. Bicycle thieves. No, what is that?
Like the bike thief prank? Or there's a backpack prank? Check out either one of those, dude. We need to tweet out those videos. They're fucking
which one?
Hilarious.
Backpack prank?
Yep. Like stolen bike or whatever. Or the do the backpack prank.
Let's see, bait hilarious. Backpack prank. All right, Rebel, here we go.
Yeah, there you go.
What am I looking at? I'm seeing somebody. It looks like they're putting a laptop into a backpack. And somebody's looking around. They're trying to steal it. They take off with it. And it's tied to a string and they fall down. Another guy looking around on the street. He finds a backpack. He just picks it up. He takes off running. So then somebody comes up behind him and they say, "Hey, that's my backpack." And they take off running. And that's when they...
Dude, they're so funny.
That's when they get caught on a wire and fall down.
That shit is so funny, man. The bicycle ones are hilarious, too.
What would you call that? Bicycle? Yeah, bait bike. Let's see. Bait bike. There we go. Bait bike pranks. So there's a bicycle on the street. Somebody walks up, they take it. What happened? Looks like the tire explodes. Or just stops running and the bike explodes. Couple guys standing by a bike. One just hops on it. And so the tire locks up and he falls on his face.
It's pretty fun to watch, man. There's some pretty funny shit on there.
Yeah, so you it sounds like you never had to deal with that, but the porch pirate thing, that is very real. People just walking around stealing packages off of porches.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It always makes me nervous.
But you do the Amazon thing? You're just going to buy a bunch of shit online?
I do. I love the Amazon thing. It's just so easy and convenient, man. And as much as I work, and you know, it's so much better than having to go to a store.
Yeah.
Finding time to go to the store.
I think most people agree.
Yeah. And I don't like dealing with big crowds. And I'm not a people person. I hate people. That's not true. I love people. Yeah, man. Man, we had
pie talk. We have pie talk a lot. I think we're hungry for pie.
We do have pie. Yep. 'Tis the season. What do you want to get into now, man?
I see Pauly Shore is coming to Texas.
Oh, nice. The Weasel.
I'm trying to get him to come on the show.
Oh, dude, I would love to talk to Pauly Shore. Yeah, how do we make that happen?
I commented on one of his Instagram posts. But I had no idea he was doing stand-up.
Yeah. Did you know that his mom was Mitzi Shore, the owner of the Comedy Store?
I didn't know that.
Like the world famous
No, I wasn't
Comedy
aware.
Store? Yeah, that's how he got his start, man. Pauly Shore. That was his mom, dude. She ran that joint. And when she died this last year, that Mitzi Shore died, I think he took over. He's either managing it or running it or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
But man, talk about fucking skyrocketing in the late 80s, early 90s.
Oh, he had a moment.
Dude,
Biodome, Encino Man, Son-in-Law.
Son-in-Law is hilarious, dude. I love that movie. Love that movie.
But I had no idea he kind of like Carrot Top too. I mean, like, I had no idea these guys were still like doing great business. Like Carrot Top is, crushing and has a great business. But Pauly Shore, man, I had no idea he was on the road. No fucking clue. I thought, this is just me being ignorant, but I thought he, had his moment. And then I don't know what he was doing. I don't think of Pauly Shore much. But then he started popping up on my radar a lot more recently.
Yeah, I think he's making a comeback, man. I think he's going for round 2. Well, I mean, it was kind of the same to Andrew Dice Clay. I mean, dude, there was nobody bigger than him. And he's kind of having a resurgence right now. Back in the day, nobody was bigger than Dice. And Pauly Shore was probably right up there you know, kind of in the same arena. I don't know about his stand up, but man, movie career, he had a real string of shit going on.
Oh yeah,
there
if
for a
you
while.
went to the theater to see a comedy, Pauly Shore was in it.
Yeah, man. He was on MTV
all the time when MTV was fucking huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, it was him and Sandler, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, good for Pauly Shore, man. I still love those movies. The only one I really never saw was the Biodome. I never got into Biodome.
I watched it a couple of times. Maybe like once.
Yeah. But I freaking loved Encino, man. I loved what was it, In the Army Now or whatever, with him and Andy Dick. That was a fucking great movie. It was really funny. And then
Son-in-Law.
Son-in-Law's the classic, dude. Classic.
But he's never like he's always been Pauly Shore. You know, I mean, he definitely owns that character that he does. I mean, to your point, like it is kind of like an Andy Dick-ish character. I mean, not that they're the same or even close, but Andy Dick is Andy Dick. Nobody else can do Andy Dick. Nobody else can do Pauly Shore. You know?
He's the weasel, man.
So he's been I'm looking at his IMDb or Wikipedia now, and it's just he stayed busy.
Yeah, dude. And all of his little catchphrases that he like munch some grindage. Like who talked like that, dude? He was the shit. I seriously think that he kind of shifted culture.
Oh yeah. Oh hey yeah, hey buddy. A lot of dudes speak.
Yep. Yeah, he kind of started the whole bro culture thing. You know what I mean? Like the dude, I don't know, like the I don't know. He kind of did the Spicoli thing, but to a whole different level. You know what I mean?
Like not a macho kind of way.
No.
The opposite, yeah.
Actually.
Which actually ends up being more macho because you're.
But it was that dude probably never not had puss on him. You know what I mean? Just complete. Tiffany Amber Thiessen was in Son-in-Law.
Really?
What a smoke show she is. Yeah. Yeah. God, dude. Tiffany Amber Thiessen. She does those cooking shows now.
Does she?
I think so,
What's she cooking?
Everything. She does it all off that ass, too. You know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding. No, but anyway, that's cool that Pauly Shore's coming, man. Sorry I have ADD.
No. The well, he's coming to Corpus Christi, Texas. And in my mind, I'm like, hey, that's right around the corner. Like, why can't we get him on the show?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought he was going to do an Austin show, which meant he could swing by the studio. We could do, port you in. We could do a live interview. But he's not. I checked out his tour dates. He's not doing an Austin show. A bummer, but he's doing 3 shows in fucking Dallas. He's doing like Fort Worth, Dallas, and maybe Arlington or something. But he's doing 3 shows in kind of the same area. But only one down here in the Austin area. Maybe we can invite him in and do a phoner.
Yeah. Everybody should tweet him and tell him to get a hold of us. We'll have our people get a hold of his people.
Does he have a Twitter? What's his Twitter here? He does have a Twitter. It's at Pauly Shore.
Nice. Keeping it simple.
PAULYSHORE. Yeah. If you're listening, hit him up. We'll hit him up too, and we'll see if we can get a phone rescheduled. But No, I was surprised and happy, to see him back on the road. And to your point, I haven't seen or heard any stand up, but I'd love to check it out.
Fuck yeah, man.
In the Army now. Yeah.
Dude, he totally wheezed the
Totally
juice.
wheezed the juice.
Fucking Son-in-Law, man. That movie's so good.
Yeah, I'd like to rewatch that.
Yeah, I might have to have a Pauly Shore night.
Go deep on the shore.
But how crazy of a life is that? That he was basically raised in the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
I don't think he really had any other options for life other than to be funny.
You're going to absorb some of that.
Because you know that, like, he grew up around Richard Pryor and all those dudes.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, you're going to pick up some of that. He grew up graduated from Beverly Hills High, grew up in Beverly Hills.
It's very cool.
Dude, I know. No idea that he 17-year-old Shore made his stand-up debut at the Alley Cat Bistro in Culver City. Quote unquote, everyone else is in school filling out their SAT applications, but I just passed mine back. I knew I wasn't going to go to college. He was mentored by Sam Kinison and opened several of his sets.
Right. Dude, I think Kinison actually babysat him at one point.
Could you imagine?
Can you imagine? Oh, dude, how awesome would that be? I told you to fucking eat your lunch. It's time for you to take a nap.
Hey, buddy,
nap.
chill out.
Right?
Why are you so worked up, man?
Don't wheeze the juice. Oh, dude, I loved it. That's cool, man. Good for him. Good for him getting out there and doing that shit.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of, I've been seeing a lot of Carrot Top, a lot of Tom Green again.
Yeah, Tom Green's kind of making a comeback. That's
right.
Kind of weird. Dude, and did you just see Adam Sandler's? Have you seen his new special?
No, is it good?
Dude, it's so good, man. It's so good. I loved it.
What's he do?
He's just
like, what's his bit now?
There's a lot of singing, like funny songs, but it's just it's completely different from any other special I've ever seen. You just have to watch it, man. I can't even describe it to you. It's completely unique and totally Adam Sandler. Like it's a throwback to the old Adam Sandler, the funny Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Not so much the later movie Adam Sandler.
Like this,
like the Saturday Night Live characters and songs and shit.
Nice.
Like,
that aged well. Like he can still do that.
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, it's great. It's great. Really, really funny shit. And I've heard mixed reviews, but I've heard a lot of people say that it's really good.
All right. I mean, if you
if
you like it,
I highly recommend checking it out. Yeah. But yeah, Tom Green, man. What's that shit about?
I've been seeing him post. I've been seeing him post a lot of old clips from the old Tom Green show.
Well, he kind of invented the whole do stupid stunts thing.
A little bit. You know, like Man on the Street, like Billy Eichner. Yeah, stupid stunts.
Like fucking with his parents. I mean, not that other people weren't doing that stuff, but I don't know, man.
And he's on tour too.
Were you a big Tom Green guy?
Yeah, I kind of was. I wasn't really a big anybody guy. But I like Tom Green, you know. God, what is it? There's that fucking clip where he's like, "Daddy, would you like some sausage?" From Freddy Got Fingered.
Dude.
Fucking movie about his brother getting fingered.
I couldn't do it, man. I was not a big Tom Green fan. There were a few bits on his show that really made me laugh hard, but for the most part, I never got it. I never got a bit
weird
his style of comedy. It was real weird.
I've tried to listen to. He has a podcast, or kind of has a podcast. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's pretty random. I tried to listen a couple of times. I honestly can't tell you what it is.
That's kind of how I felt about a show. Is that it was completely random, and I don't know, man. It wasn't my style. However, the one thing I will say about that dude, he literally came from having a fucking shitty show on public access to taking that exact same shitty show to MTV. I don't know how he did it. Millions of followers. He made a successful career. God bless him. Good for him. It just was not my fucking thing.
Well, it was almost just weird for the sake of weird. Like, I get your point. Like, maybe there wasn't necessarily a bit behind it, or but dude, when he did things like interviewing somebody on the street and then putting the microphone constantly in their face, uncomfortable, like it's a big dick. I get that.
Right. Yes, that stuff was funny. And like I said, there were a few bits that he did. Like when he fucked with his parents, man, that was some funny shit. Like it was some pretty funny stuff involved there. The interviews, like you said, man, when he would stick the microphone right in people's face and like hold it there for long extended pauses and shit, and people were just so uncomfortable. But then there were other things, man.
Right.
I don't know. But it's been so long since I've seen any of his stuff. I could have just been a comedy snob, you know. I don't know.
Well, we'd love to get him on the show too. He's on tour.
Yeah.
So all these people are on tour again.
Yes.
Fucking Carrot Top, though, is the only one doing it right. He has that Vegas residency.
Fuck tours, man. Bring them to you. Make them come to you.
And I bet Carrot Top is making more money than fucking anybody could even think about.
Yeah. And that money goes straight into his fucking biceps. What is that about? Straight into his surgeon's hands.
He looks good.
Does he? I see. That's the thing, man. I think Carrot Top is hilarious, and he has taken the prop comedy thing and made a 40-year career out of it now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, well, probably 30, 35 years, and I think he's a brilliantly funny person. But dude, he has ruined his looks. But whatever. God bless him, man.
Yeah, at Carrot Top Live on Instagram, if you want to go check it out. He has a lot of topless photos. A lot more than I would expect from a prop comic. Generally, they're not, kind of open to sharing topless photos of themselves. But Carrot Top loves it. and he does it a lot.
I kind of think he looks like Pennywise the killer clown from It without the makeup and fake
Man,
muscles.
he's selling tickets though. Whew.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's because he's funny, man. He's really funny.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, sorry, I'm just checking out these pictures. Well, what do you think, man?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of good topics
Yeah.
to still hit.
Let's do one
What do you
more.
think? One more?
Yeah.
Let's do
Let's
one more.
give the
Let's pick
listeners
a good
a
one.
bonus.
Let's do one more.
A Thanksgiving week bonus. This is a very special show. I have this turkey next to me. Gobble gobble.
Gobble gobble.
Dude, I'm getting festive. So yeah, let's give it to him. Where do you want to go?
I think there's only one place to go. Let's talk about the AI.
Ooh. Well,
What do you think?
there's been a little bit of an advancement in AI technology. The head of Alphabet. So if you're familiar with Alphabet, it is Google's parent company. So Google, what's bigger than that? Fucking Alphabet, because Alphabet owns Google. Alphabet also owns a little company called Waymo, and the head of Alphabet Inc.'s Waymo unit said it plans to launch its first commercial self-driving car service in the next 2 months.
Jesus, dude.
I think it's gonna be in Arizona. Like, it's gonna be limited to a like one particular town. The service will initially be available to a small group of riders in the Phoenix area, but will expand to more people in the coming months. So if it's executed any way that the Google works, it's they test it. Going to be rolled out, I assume, to a small group of people, and then they're going to go fucking big with it.
Yeah. So, and you said it's starting in Arizona. That's where they're going to do.
Going to be available to a small group of riders in the Phoenix area.
Okay. Wow. God, man. Driverless car service. The fucking future is now, dude. It is now. Unbelievable.
Waymo has said it plans to launch a self-driving ride service in 2018, and earlier this year announced deals to buy thousands of vehicles in the coming years from Fiat Chrysler and Jaguar Land Rover to expand its fleet. So they're prepping, they're rolling up an inventory to go much wider than Phoenix.
Yeah. Well, Kansas will be the last ones to get it.
But you can imagine. So this week also, Amazon announced the locations for their HQ2, their second worldwide headquarters. But instead of rolling it out in, Dallas or rolling it out in fucking Cincinnati or whatever, they split it up. So they're rolling it out in New York and fucking Washington, D.C. So Jeff Bezos, he owns the Washington Post, but DC is a pretty fucking smart place to be if you're a tech company. Because you need to be...
Yeah. And you want to influence...
Yeah, you need to be,
Dude, this is the end. This is fucking Cyberdyne and Skynet, dude.
So how does this make you feel? I know you get nervous about this.
I get nervous, especially hearing that he's going to DC. You're talking about the most powerful, most influential, richest person alive moving to our nation's capital to schmooze with a bunch of fucking losers that are going to take his money and do whatever he says.
Yeah. But do you think that he is not qualified to influence politics?
No, it's not that. I'm sure he's qualified. He's a very, very smart person. It scares me because of how everything is done basically through him, through his companies. I mean, we all are just volunteering information on a daily basis. They're just stockpiling information on every single one of us. And eventually that's not going to lead to good things, I think. And that's my fear. That's my fear.
I mean, so far it has just led to shitty advertising.
So far. But do you think in this political climate, the way that you can't even have a conversation without offending somebody? You know, I mean, we're on the verge of a lot of bad shit happening. And you're talking about the most influential tech companies, richest human beings on the planet happens to decide to put his headquarters partially in Washington, D.C. and partially in New York. I mean, does that kind of ring some alarms?
Well, how is this any different than any other massive company trying to influence politics?
Yeah, I don't like any of that shit. Man. From any company. It doesn't matter. I don't care which company it is. Like, pick a company.
Yeah, but your point is this company has a lot of personal data. Same thing with Google, right? A lot of personal data, and you don't like those two worlds mixing. A lot of personal data and government.
No.
So that's where your red flag goes up. But do you have a problem with the way it is now? So say there is no connection between personal data banks and government. But do you like where it's heading now, where Amazon can kind of predict?
Oh, don't let it fool you. They're getting all the information anyway. I mean, it's already happened. We're already past that point. It just scares me that they're getting into bed together. Does that make sense?
What scares you about it?
I'm not very smart. And I don't know. The whole thing scares me. I feel like there's a chance that he goes to Washington, D.C. and starts enforcing policies that'll be great for him, but not so much for, humanity or other companies trying to do a startup or whatever, you know what I mean? Like competitors or whatever. Like, is that a monopoly?
Well, I mean, the government has broken up companies before. But, if you look at how much money they're actually, I believe earning, or in terms of, brick and mortar overall still sells a shitload of merchandise. Brick and mortar. Now, it just so happens that Amazon does a lot as one single company. The challenge, the one of the most the prickliest issues with Amazon here is because they make so much money off of their servers, off of their other business services, off of their other goods, off of their other parts of their business, that they can jump into any category and compete and essentially, outperform and outspend and just kind of outlast other competitors. That it seems a little unfair, but is it unfair or is it just good business? That's the question.
And that is the question, man. And we've had this debate before about the information age and all the other, like the Facebook and the Google and the YouTube and all that shit, right? And how it gets a little different is because I mean, it's not a utility, it's a private company, right? But I don't think people have ever thought about the consequences, and they just click yes on the terms of the terms and conditions, and they don't know what they're clicking yes on, and that's intentional. Like, there's pages upon pages upon pages of terms and conditions that nobody's fucking reading before they click yes on these things. So it's not that the company's doing anything wrong legally, but is it ethical? And that's the dilemma, right? Like, we're volunteering this information. It's not that they're necessarily stealing it. We're volunteering it every time we do a search, and they're just hanging on to it. And most people are like, who gives a shit if they're storing all that information? Who gives a shit if there's, I'm not doing anything wrong. Yet,
How?
What if somebody comes along that decides that everything that you're doing is wrong? And that's what scares me about getting into the bed in bed with government is you have these private companies with all this information on all their customers that we've voluntarily given them. And then if they get in bed with the government decides that, this group is a problem. How easy is it to find that fucking group? And how easy is it, depending on who's in office, how easy is it to change the sides of the groups?
Yeah. So just so I understand, you don't, or you may, have much of a problem with the way it's running now, right? Is that an accurate statement, or do you have a problem with some of the data that these companies are collecting?
No, I have a problem with the data that they're collecting and storing and using. But I feel like the problem is the tactics in which they're doing it. It's not that they're legally doing something wrong by storing all that shit, but I think when you log into Facebook or whatever and they have a 150-page terms and conditions, of course the responsibility lies on you. But I think they know that nobody's going to fucking read that shit.
So how is this any different than you walking into Walmart and then they're recording you with cameras? These tech companies aren't, they're not getting your face or your sound or anything. They're recording you with cameras.
Absolutely, they're getting your face and sound and everything. Right now, we're talking on Google Hangouts. They're recording this whole fucking thing, and it's going to be stored in a file.
And then we're going to publish it and tell everybody to go listen. Beg them to.
Right. But what I'm saying, honestly, man, I mean, I'm not saying that they are. But you can't tell me that they don't have that ability.
Well, no, that's true. I mean, the Amazon Alexa devices, the Google Home devices, where they're always listening. I mean,
absolutely.
They claim,
dude, law enforcement is starting to take those things in as evidence because they can get information off of it. Yes. Like, if there's been a murder in, let me Google it. I'm pretty sure that there's been a case where they have taken the Alexa out of the house and used it.
Because I believe Amazon has stated multiple times that they don't record conversations unless they've been prompted to, by using the prompt word. Um,
And maybe that's true. But hang on just a second. A murder case tests Alexa's devotion to your privacy. The Amazon Echo can seem like your best friend until it betrays you. That's because this device is different from anything else in your house. Alexa, the voice assistant that powers Echo and more, is always listening, sending what you say after using a wake word to Amazon servers. Of course, Echo isn't the only voice assistant speaker on the market, but it sits in millions of homes, and Alexa is headed to devices from companies like Ford, Dish, Samsung, and Whirlpool. But anyway, Arkansas police recently demanded that Amazon turn over information collected from a murder suspect's Echo. Amazon's attorneys contend that the First Amendment's free speech protection applies to information gathered and sent by the device. As a result, Amazon argues the police should jump through several legal hoops before the company is required to release your data.
well, no, there you go. That's Amazon protecting you, though.
Yeah, and I
Because
agree with that.
if the government comes to
agree with
Amazon and they're like, I want information on Trenton, that they should say no.
You should have to go through the warrant and all the proper procedures, right?
That sounds like a good thing.
You're right, man. I mean, just
Apple has taken a
I don't know,
very
man.
aggressive stance on data and privacy. What was it? The Florida mass shooting. They wanted the government wanted Apple to help them hack that iPhone, and Apple said we're not going to do it.
right.
And I know, like a lot of people,
Yeah.
there were some issues
No,
there. But,
I remember that.
I don't know. I get it. 100% get it. I'm kind of feeling out the conversation here,
Yeah. Yeah, no, and that's just it, man. I'm not very educated about this stuff. I'm not a lawyer. I don't understand how this all works. It's just my fears. It's just, you know me, man. I'm a total freedom guy. I fucking want us all to be, we have the opportunity right now to be more free than any society ever in the history of the world. And we just voluntarily, through convenience, have been put in this position where we are just handing out our freedom. And once freedom starts getting taken away from you, it never comes back. So I think in the wrong hands at any moment, if this stuff falls into the wrong hands, which sounds stupid, sounds like a fucking how a movie starts out or whatever. Maybe I have seen too many movies, but it just
the wrong
scary.
hands meaning government.
Like, what if there's a judge that, yes, absolutely. What if there's a judge that was never elected? Judges don't get elected. They get nominated and fucking bam, they're in there. The people don't pick them. Politicians pick them. Okay, so what if there's a judge on the Supreme Court that gets picked and they all of a sudden say, no, it is, any recording on Alexa is not constitutionally protected under the First Amendment. Bam. All that information. You have no right to it anymore. You know what I mean? All it takes is one fucking person to fuck it all up.
Okay. Well, no, that sounds terrifying. To have one person kind of dictating what would, again, I'm not an attorney, but would a decision like that, would that be decided by the Supreme Court ultimately? So it's not one person.
Well, I get it, but one vote one way or the other. You know what I mean? I know that not one person, but let's say that, just one extra person tilts it in the wrong way and you're going down a fucking bad road, Or you have somebody who moves to Washington, D.C. with so much power and influence that they just buy everybody.
Yeah. What do you think Amazon wants?
I mean, I think they want to run a really good business and make as much money as they possibly can because that's what a business does. And I think they've been brilliant at it. And I think they've done great. I mean, dude, Bill Gates said that if he could do it all over again, he would have went to Washington and lobbied for more control or more regulations because he would have stopped other companies from, and that's being honest. It's not a good thing to say, but it's honest. You know what I mean? And that, to me, that seems like maybe that's what Jeff Bezos is doing. Is trying to snuff out the other competition that's trying to start. There's going to be no small man doing this anymore. It's all going to be Amazon.
Yeah, because the tech companies and the government, I know, you have a concern about them playing nice in the sandbox together, but they haven't really been playing nice in the sandbox together for a long time.
Right.
Facebook, has had a couple of very public hacks. And they don't, and there are privacy laws in place that the government has said that we are, that we have as consumers. And to a certain extent, and again, I'm not, I kind of just basically trust my home and my friends, like, anybody like in my close personal proximity. I'm not saying that, that anybody else is really looking out in my best interest, but to a certain extent, these firms are held accountable or should be held accountable to existing legislation to protect consumer privacy.
Sure.
And in a couple of big cases, it looks like they've been a little sloppy or may not have been, looking out in our best interest. At least for the most part, I mean, I think the most nefarious use of these networks has been fucking with our election. That's been
for sure.
Awful, because the gray line to me is, okay, look, if I'm walking into Walmart and they're using customer data, right? They're watching where I go. They're watching, do I scratch my head? They're watching if I'm confused. They're watching, do patterns overall? Do people walk into the store and go to the right side of the store, the left side of the store? Do they go to produce? Do they go to diapers? What are they doing? And then they make better marketing decisions based on that data. They're like, oh, well, why don't we make it easier for people to go to the diapers, or make it easier for people to find fresh fruit? Like, we want to sell more of this, so what if we put this on an end cap? And in those cases, they're using that data to make better decisions and to make our lives easier and to sell more product. And that's what Facebook and Google and Amazon are essentially saying. They're saying, I want to use this data to show you more relevant advertising and or to show you better products to buy, a better product recommendation engine. And that's been their ammo. And I think for the most part, we haven't seen a lot of Americans too upset by that. But where they really cross a line, because that's essentially the same thing.
Well, but I don't think anybody thinks about it, man. I think that's the bigger thing, is nobody has put any thought into the fact that all of your data is being used to sell you shit. They're collecting everything in order to sell you products that they know that you're going to buy. And then a company like Amazon is in charge of collecting that data. That a company that sells everything that you could possibly imagine is collecting data to sell you stuff for anything that you could possibly imagine.
Right. to me, I think the real gray, I mean, look, I have no problem if the company sorts through my, the past 100 books I purchased and said, I think you'll like this author. But where they get into real trouble is if they start to really influence people's behavior to really just change them or change their
Yes.
actions outside of just, I don't know, buying a new fucking book.
You mean like, just for example, like Googling a candidate and the other candidates pop up first? You know what I mean? Like this last election, I was Googling candidates to look at, and the one that I wanted to see was the very last name that popped up. Everybody else popped up first and had more information. Like, I think that they legitimately, I think that Google was force feeding me other information, like making it harder for.
And so you
Does that make
think
sense?
the search was biased?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's
I mean,
that's exactly what it
in a
is.
way, it is biased, right? Now, I don't know if it's politically biased or if it's gender biased or religiously biased, but those algorithms are biased. They're looking for whatever Google says is important. And to your point, like Google can jump in and they can change what they think is important. And everybody has to play nice. I mean, we had to do it
Right.
for the show, so that when people search "Too Dumb for This" on Google, that our show pops up. We had to play nice with Google. I mean, for the first month or two of the show, you couldn't find our fucking show. We had to go make intentional tweaks to our website, to make sure we were playing nice and capitalizing on organic search traffic. It's possible that your candidate that you were searching for wasn't doing that. But it's also possible, for whatever reason, I mean, I don't fucking know, but is there the potential for abuse? Anytime there's a middleman, yeah, there is.
Yeah. I know, man. I know. But I really do think that it's not just an algorithm. Like, I think it's intentional. Like, they're intentionally changing things to influence how you. Okay, so for example, I heard about this one time. So I looked it up, and I'm looking at it right now. Okay, and this is such a small, weird, like, it shouldn't even be a thing. But just Google white people and click on images.
You really want me to do this?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. White. Let's see what comes up right away. White people with waves, white people songs, white people music. Just white people. And then you said image search, right?
Yep.
All right. What am I looking for?
Well, do you see anything interesting?
I see a bunch of white people.
Image number 4.
All right. What is that? I don't want to click on it.
Then image number 5. Then image number 6. Image number 7.
All right. I see like one is about a Netflix show.
No, not the content, just the pictures themselves.
All right. I guess I don't understand the importance here.
No, it's not important. It's one of those things that. Okay, so if you Google white people in images, on the 4th picture, it's a diverse picture. It's got like white people, Hispanic people, Indian people, black people, blah, 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 blah. Then the next picture is a white person with a black person, white person with a black person. But if you put in any other kind of ethnicity, it's just of that ethnicity.
I see what you're saying. So when you search white people on Google, you don't get just white people.
Right. Okay, I take that back. I just did black people, and like hang on, let me count the pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pictures down. There's a picture of Donald Trump. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 pictures down is a picture of a murder suspect that told police that black people were inferior. So it's like, and then the rest are just black people. But is that not just a little bit interesting to you?
I mean,
it doesn't matter in this.
But I also can't say for sure that search is universal, right? I can't say that my results will yield the exact or the exact same results that somebody in fucking London would get if they search white people. I think the search results are a little bit more custom than that. I mean, yes, you're right. You and we saw the exact same first 4 or 5 pictures, and maybe that is universal. I have no way of confirming or denying that claim. But I would think that Google would want to show me things that I would be interested in seeing based on my searches. So I would imagine that my search would get different results. But again, I don't fucking know. That's just a guess.
And I understand that. And the only thing it proves to me, I mean, it doesn't prove anything to me, I guess, other than the fact that it just seems odd to me. Okay. I wasn't Googling white people with black people. I wasn't Googling. I mean, they don't know what color I am, right? Like, they don't know what race I am. Maybe I'm doing a report on white people. You know what I mean? I don't.
I bet they know what color you are.
But it was just.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet they do too. I bet 100% they do. Yeah, I don't know, man. It just seems like a weird thing to me. And that might be more of like a conspiracy thing. I have no idea. And I don't even remember how we got on that, other than the fact that it was just. But seriously, when I was looking up candidates, that's how we got on that. Man, and there's been multiple reports that they are messing with the information that they're handing out. They're biased, leaning toward one way. You know what I mean?
Google.
Like Google, for example. Google.
Now, why do you think that is?
Well, I mean, there's what's that dude's name that got fired from Google, put out that memo? James something or other. James Damore.
What did he say?
Did you ever? He produced a memo of just about some internal things that he just sent out to the people that worked at Google, and they fucking fired him over it because of what he had to say. So here, let me pull this shit up. Commonly referred to as the Google memo is an internal memo dated July 2017 by United States-based Google engineer James Damore about Google's diversity policies. The memo and Google's subsequent dismissal of Damore in August 2017 became a subject of interest for the media. The company fired Damore for violation of the company's code of conduct. Damore filed a complaint with the National Labor Relations Board, but later withdrew his complaint. A lawyer with that means he won the lawsuit. They settled. A lawyer with the NLRB found his firing to be proper. However, such a decision is not legally binding. After withdrawing his complaint, Damore filed a class action lawsuit retaining the services of blah, 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 alleging that Google was discriminating against conservative white and Asian men. I don't know, man. It was just a big deal. And I don't know. You just have to look into him, I guess. Because I thought it wasn't, in my opinion, it was totally biased.
In terms of their search or in terms of their hiring? Or both?
A lot of the stuff that he talks about, a lot of the stuff that was in the memo that he sent out to the company, a lot of the stuff that came out afterwards that he talked about their policies, how they ran things, which whatever, man, they're a private company. I completely get it. They can do whatever they want to do. But when it's, I don't know. I'm just rambling now.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we talk about this. It's kind of old hat now to talk about how crazy of a time this is, but you never really had, there were choices, right? So it goes back to the traditional retail example. If I walk into a retailer and they're tracking my every move and they're watching what I buy and how I do things, and they, try to make their, I take a survey and they're like, do you like the smell of apricots? And I reply, I love the smell of apricots. And suddenly the next time I'm in the store, it smells like apricots, like whatever it is. If I don't like what they're doing, I had other choices. It goes back to like private company versus utility. I mean, what happens if, and again, this is far off in the future, there's still a ton of competition. I still personally do a ton of shopping at, traditional brick and mortar retail. But what happens if and when an Amazon, for example, outcompetes everybody else, and the only way to get shit is the way that they want you to get shit? And so then at that point, their service their product and service kind of becomes a utility. It's like they own the public roads, and they really don't. But then at that point, customers don't have a choice. And that's where the monopoly laws, have come into place. Like it's dangerous for individual companies to have that kind of unlimited power. And to a certain extent, man, these tech companies, they pop up and go away all the time. They pop up very quickly and go away, very quickly. I mean, we have seen a big wave, like Apple and Amazon and Google. They've been around though, but they each kind of own their own little domain. Apple is really great at hardware. Everybody else seems to be kind of shit at hardware. They make really great products. Amazon is really, really great at service. They're fantastic at service. Ask Apple or ask Google to get you something in 2 days, to get you fucking, any kind of thing you want in 2 days. They couldn't figure that out. Amazon did. Right. They figured out the logistics, the warehouse, the shipping, and the service. Like they figured that out. Google, ask anybody, to tell me more and give me more free services and tell me more about myself and connect myself to the rest of the world. Like Apple can't do that. Apple can't tell me what the rest of the world is like, but Google can. So they're each kind of owning their own little domains in the world, but neither of them have the full and accurate picture of the universe just yet.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're all competing. You know, that's why you have Google Home, and that's why you have Amazon Alexa, and that's why you have Siri. You know, they're all competing to be the platform and the operating system of our homes. And that's why these Amazon Alexas, man, you're going to see Black Friday on. You're going to see them going for dirt fucking cheap. They're going to sell millions of devices because that's the operating system of the home. That's the operating system of the future. That gives them access to more data and more insight than ever before. And so if they can undercut Google, or if they can undercut Siri, and get more devices in more places. Dude, Amazon tried to sell me an Alexa microwave today. Last week, Amazon. Yeah, it's an Amazon microwave.
Is that what you mean? Like you could be like, Alexa, cook my burrito. That's exactly what
it is. You say, Alexa, start microwave for 5 minutes, and it goes boop, 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 and it starts the microwave for 5 minutes. A week ago, they tried to sell me a car integration to get Amazon Alexa in the car. So they have it in the home, they have it in the bedroom, they have it in the office. Now they're trying to put it in refrigerators and microwaves and TVs and cars. That's the new land grab. So now I have these tech companies out, you know, trying to compete with each other to become the operating system of the home. Once you own the home, you own those decisions. You become that channel to commerce.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. So why is my natural feeling that it's not going to end well? You know what I mean? Like, why does it seem like the thing that scares me, man, there's been times I've been having a conversation, my phone's just sitting on the counter or whatever, and I'm like, oh man, I don't have the answer for that. And I'll pick up my phone, open up Google, I type one letter, and the thing that I'm talking about pops up. The thing that I'm looking for, that I know isn't trending, you know, I mean, it's not the number one search or whatever that starts with G or whatever.
Is that scary, or is that better service?
Well, that's just it. My initial reaction is that's kind of freaky, you know? But it's all based out of convenience, right? Like, everything is making it so convenient to voluntarily give away your freedom, is how I feel about it. And you're right, man. I don't think it's based on evil. I don't think that they're sitting in the boardroom petting a cat, you know, talking about how they're going to take over the world and fuck everything up and use our information to kill us all or anything like that. I don't think, but there's an old saying that the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of times the good stuff in the world leads to or the good intentions in the world lead to really, really bad things.
Yeah, because that's why I asked, you know, a few minutes ago about what do you think Amazon wants? Because to me, it seems as if Amazon wants the status quo to remain. Amazon doesn't want you to disappear. They want you and everybody around you buying shit from Amazon. You know, same thing with all of these tech companies.
Absolutely. And I agree with that 100%. But the problem comes in when the company moves to Washington, D.C. And it's not scary that they're moving to a state or whatever. That's perfectly fine. Do whatever you got to do, move to the capital. But the problem is that I feel like they're getting into bed with each other, and whenever you have the world's largest corporation with the most powerful, richest man in the world getting into bed with government, and all of a sudden can influence every politician out there, because all politicians are terrifying and will sell you out at the drop of a hat. That's what makes me nervous. It's not so much that Amazon's doing all this stuff. It's that it seems like they're getting into bed with people who will use that information for bad stuff.
Right. But then that's where I think, us as consumers have a little bit of a choice. We don't have to shop with Amazon. We don't have to use Google.
Yeah. And we don't have to use Google. We don't. Right. And I agree with you. I believe in the free market system, and you're absolutely right.
I mean, kind of. It goes back to, utility. I mean, there are other search engines.
But I think it's a little different because it's not just Google. It's YouTube. Everything's all wrapped up. And even if you're not using a Google site, like, isn't Firefox, don't they run through Google? You know what I mean? Like, isn't there, it's one-stop shopping. Like, everything that you do is involved with those companies, basically.
Well, yeah, let's do a quick search here. AWS, which is Amazon Web Services. Let's see, blah, 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 blah. They made $17 billion in 2017. I'm looking for a percentage here. Okay, here you go. All services are billed based on usage, but each service measures usage in varying ways. As of 2017, AWS owns a dominant 34% of all cloud, while the next three competitors, Microsoft, Google, and IBM, have 11%, 8%, 6% respectively. So what that means is if you use anything over in the cloud, over a third of it goes through Amazon servers. So,
God damn, man.
That's a lot. That's the not dirty little secret. I mean, everybody knows about AWS, but it's not just Amazon. When the internet goes down, when you have multiple sites that don't work, it's because a fucking Amazon cloud server went down. And then that affects hundreds of sites or thousands of sites because tons of companies are using the AWS servers as backbones to the internet. But yeah, they all go through Amazon servers.
Yeah, man.
They have 6 different regions here in the United States where they host server banks.
So basically, your options are you use these services or you go off the grid.
Right. Where back in the day, if
options.
You didn't like shopping at, Ned's Rub and Tug'em or whatever you were buying, you could go to the other. If you didn't like Target, you could go to Walmart.
Was that a real store?
If you didn't like Target, you could shop at Walmart.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, it's kind of like a throwback to a couple hundred years. There's like one baker in town. If you didn't like the way he baked his bread, then you just didn't eat bread. Or you moved to a different town.
Yeah. But that bread didn't, keep in the crust secrets about the porn that you like to watch.
Is that what this is all about?
Yeah, exactly.
This is what it's all about. Yeah.
History. That's what it's all about. I don't know. What do you think, man? This damn music, it's really fucking late, and we got way political, and this is a long show.
Yeah, if anybody's still with us.
Right. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to go down that tangent. And when I said AI, I was talking about the
we'll get to-
blowjob one. This took a whole turn that
I started
wasn't
this with
expecting.
you said AI, and I jumped into the driverless cars, and then an hour and a half later,
right.
fucking, I look
Which
up, you're all squinty eyed, and you have like you're loading your rifle. You're locking your doors, and you have a lot of tinfoil on your head.
Oh, no shit. I fucking feel like Alex Jones. They're turning the friggin' frogs gay.
No, man, it's good. I think I like that long form discussions shit, you know?
No, I do too, man. I just wish I was more informed. I wish I wasn't so stupid. I wish I could speak more eloquently about what I'm talking about. You know, I wish I had more information, and I wish it didn't sound so conspiratorial.
Dude, I wish we all had more information.
Because really, man, I'm not trying to be a bummer, and I'm not trying to like tell people what to think or whatever. I'm just talking about what freaks me out, you know? I mean, all that shit freaks me out, and it could just be because I'm stupid and I don't understand it all. Well, I'm not debating.
No, man, you said it. I wish we all had more information. But the real truth is, and I don't fucking know what the real truth is. I feel that the world is incredibly complicated. Mm-hmm. Dude, I don't know how half the shit around me works. It's so incredibly complicated that most people don't have a fucking clue about how anything works, including myself.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know how my car works. I don't know how my microwave works. I don't know how my phone works. I don't know the number of connections and people involved in all the daily decisions that affect my world. And nor should I, though, right? That's the point. Like, that's the point of being a member of society. Like, I want society to work. I don't want to have to worry about half that shit. You know, I want to be a part of it, and I want to be a member of it. And because we're on this fucking mission of humankind, and I shouldn't have to think about how my trash gets picked up. It should be a service that is just there as a functioning society. I don't want to have to worry about clean water. Dude, fucking Austin had almost 10 days of a water panic. You know, because we were on a boil alert, like the entire city of Austin. It wasn't just a neighborhood. The entire city of Austin had a boil alert, you know, a month or so ago. So we were hoarding water. That felt very weird. And we're so far removed from clean drinking water that no one knew what the fuck to do. And I think in a way that's okay. Because, I mean, look, dude, I would love us all to be resilient, resilient enough to be able to take care of ourselves if the shit hits the fan. But it's also a little unfair to me, my family, to the people I engage with, if I plan for every fucking scenario and I try to know everything about everything. The world is just too complicated. Sure. So for me, it goes back to stoicism. It's there are things within our control and there are things not within our control. And we can only do three things when we have a choice in front of us. And that's we can accept, ignore, or change. And dude, I'm not fucking changing. Mm-hmm. I have to focus on my family and my friends and making that world a better place.
That is very well said, man.
Oh no, and that's all I can do, and that's where my family deserves my energy. That's where my friends deserve my energy. I should not be, going and trying to change the way Amazon does their business. I don't fucking know enough about it. I completely agree with you. I don't know.
Fair enough.
It's scary to think that the world has all of this power and it could potentially be abused at scale. But I accept, ignore, or change. You know, I don't know. I guess I'll accept it and just kind of go forward, hoping that the world is not going to shit on me.
That's very well said. And here's the other thing, man. If it wasn't for those companies that I just spent the last hour and a half terrified of, we wouldn't be doing a fucking show right now. We're using all of those things as we speak.
Every single one of them.
Every single one. So yeah, man, I get it. I don't know why we went down that road. You're absolutely right, man. And that's why
but it's fun too once in a while.
Road. Yeah. Yeah.
Where are we? Do you have it pulled up? Dude, and great fucking show.
I do, man.
I like this stuff. I like to get into it with you.
Yeah, I do. I do too, man. And it's different from our normal giggle fest, you know. And who knows? People tune out or whatever. But it's interesting, man. And sometimes I like to go down these different roads. And I think that you're a very smart dude, and I respect your opinion, even if you completely, are on the opposite end of it than I am. It's perfectly fine. I still love you, and don't ever disagree with me ever again. Or we can't.
Oh no, man! And to be fair, I don't know how I feel. I think I just asked a lot of questions. I'm not sure if I necessarily made a point one way or another.
No, you didn't. You didn't. I was just being a smart ass, man. And that's the thing. I'm not sure how I feel. I was just kind of talking through it, kind of walking, just leaving it all out there. I don't know how I feel, man. So, but yeah, I mean, I just meant that for the rest of the world. We can all disagree on things and still be friends.
Yep.
So,
here we go.
Whatever. Yeah, anyway, 1962, the Beatles played gigs at 3 different venues. First, they performed a lunchtime show at the Cavern Club, Liverpool, followed by an 85-mile drive to the Midlands, where they performed at Schmethwick Baths Ballroom, Schmegma Town Hall. That's what they... Schmethwick Baths Ballroom, and then at Adelphi Ballroom, West Bromwich in Staffordshire.
Means nothing. Dude, I have to go back to 1955 with Carl Perkins. Recorded Blue Suede Shoes at Sun Studios in Memphis. The song became a U.S. number 2 and U.K. number 10 hit for Perkins in 1956, but it's also been covered by many acts, including Elvis Presley and John Lennon.
Elvis and John Lennon. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fucking great one. 1964, the Supremes became the first all-girl group to have a UK number 1 single when Baby Love went to the top of the charts, written and produced by Motown's main production team, Holland Dozier Holland. It was also the second of 5 Supreme songs in a row to go to number 1 in the United States. Baby love, my baby love, I need you. Oh, I need your love. So
19, unless you see something, I'm going to skip here to 1976. UK Music Weekly Sounds made the Sex Pistols debut 45, Anarchy in the UK. It's single of the week. I'm a big Sex Pistols fan.
Yeah, man, me too. 1979, Chuck Berry was released from prison from serving a 4-month sentence for tax evasion. Had nothing to do with that dirty toilet cameras he had. That dirty boy.
1988, This Is Your Boy started a 2-week run at number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with lead single from the band's album, New Jersey, Bad Medicine, which became the group's 3rd U.S. number 1 and a number 17 hit in the UK.
Fucking great, dude. Great.
There's a lot here.
Yeah, there is. Jesus, there's a lot. It's already like the longest episode ever.
This year in music is more like it. Am I right?
No shit. Yeah, man, there's a ton of shit that happened this day. 2002 safety experts blasted Michael Jackson after dangling his baby from a third-floor hotel balcony. Jacko was in Berlin for his awards ceremony and was showing his 9-month-old baby to his fans outside the hotel. I remember that, and I remember it being such a huge deal. Probably a bigger deal than him actually.
It was a big
fucking
deal.
other kids.
Well, funny enough, that happened in 2003. Police issued an arrest warrant for Michael Jackson following allegations of sexual abuse of a 12-year-old boy. Jackson, who was in Las Vegas filming a video, negotiated with police to arrange a time and place to hand himself in. But yeah, I remember that as well. Blanket,
man.
right? Just dangling over the edge. Yeah, that was
Yep.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what a life that guy had, you know.
What do you think, man?
2016, a furious letter from John Lennon to Paul McCartney and his wife, Linda, written after the Beatles breakup, sold for nearly $30,000 to an anonymous collector in Dallas. In the 2-page typed draft and handwritten notes, Lennon criticizes the couple for their treatment of him and his wife, Yoko Ono. The attack is said to be in response to Linda's criticism of him not publicly announcing his departure from the band. And
let's wrap this up. If you're still with us,
yeah, dude.
thank you.
Great show.
No
shit.
Keep spreading the word about the show. That's how we're going to grow this thing. We love the messages we're getting. 512-333-1608. Keep the voicemails coming in. We love the notes we're getting on social media. We're getting a lot of DMs. We're getting a lot of mentions. People are saying very, very nice things. And we absolutely love you guys. And, you know, we really hope that you'll keep spreading the word about the show because trust us, we've looked into a lot of things about how to grow the show, and it's word of mouth. That's the only way we're going to grow the show.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It all comes back to you guys. You guys are the reason we're doing this. You're the reason we keep doing it. And you're the reason that we're growing every fucking week. The show gets bigger and bigger, and it's because you guys are telling people about it. So thank you very much to all of our friends, all of our fans, everybody that listens, all the people that participate. That's what we want. We love it when you guys participate. So let's do a fan shout out, man, because we've been getting some really cool messages on our social media. And
absolutely, we have a few. Cool at Ziggs32 on Instagram. He said he said some really nice things.
Absolutely. What is it? Steffi _EHM on Instagram. Thank you very much. Last but not least, man. I'm telling you, everybody needs to follow this guy on Twitter. It's Admiral Destructo. It's ADM_Destructo. Totally worth a follow. Hilarious. He adds a lot to the show. Just all around good dude. Check him out. Send him a message.
And everybody, have a fun, safe, happy, healthy Thanksgiving this week.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.